Have you ever wandered somewhere you didn't belong and felt that strange shiver, like the walls themselves were holding their breath? That's how it was the day a little girl named Goldilocks stepped deeper into the forest than she'd ever dared before. The sun was playing hide-and-seek with the clouds, sending ribbons of gold dancing down through the tall green pines. The air smelled of moss and wildflowers, and every now and then, the wind would sigh through the branches like it was whispering secrets. Goldilocks' curls, bright as honey in sunlight, bounced with each step of her shiny red shoes. She had a knack for finding new places, sometimes lovely, sometimes a bit troublesome, and that morning, her curiosity tugged her further and further from the paths she knew. It was then she saw it, tucked between two great oaks, a cottage with faded blue shutters and a chimney puffing gentle swirls of smoke. It looked so cozy, like it had grown right out of the forest floor. She paused, tilting her head. A house? All the way out here? The wooden door was just slightly ajar, the tiniest gap inviting her imagination to wander. She stepped closer, her shoes making no sound on the mossy ground. "Hello?" she called softly. No answer. The only reply was the rustle of leaves and a far-off bird call. She glanced around. The clearing was still and calm, almost too calm. Her heart gave one little skip. Maybe she could just peek inside. The moment she stepped in, a wave of warmth wrapped around her. Sunlight fell in soft pools across the wooden floor, and the air was sweet with the scent of cinnamon and pine. On a round wooden table sat 3 steaming bowls of porridge, each sending up little curls of fragrant steam. Her stomach gave a grumble she couldn't ignore. She walked to the first bowl, picked up the spoon, and took a cautious sip. "Ow! Too hot!" She set it down quickly. The second was cooler, but when she tasted it, she shivered. "Too cold." Then she tried the third, and her whole face lit up. Just right." She didn't mean to finish it all, but somehow she did. She wiped her mouth and wandered into the next room. 3 chairs sat by the hearth, one tall and grand, one medium with a plaid cushion, and one small and low with a woven back. She climbed into the first. Too high. The second sagged beneath her. Too soft. But the little one was perfect, until... crack. The chair splintered under her and tumbled to the floor in pieces. Goldilocks' cheeks flushed pink. "Oops." Her eyes drifted to a small staircase tucked behind a curtain. She climbed it quietly and found herself in a snug loft with 3 beds in a neat row. One was wide with thick, heavy blankets. The second was smaller, with a red checkered quilt. The third was tiny, with a pale yellow pillow and a small teddy bear curled beside it. She tried the first. Too hard. The second, too squishy. But the third felt like it was waiting just for her. She sighed and sank into it, drifting into sleep as the sunlight traced warm patterns across her hair. What she didn't know was that the cottage's owners were on their way home. Through the trees came Papa Bear, tall and broad, Mama Bear, gentle-eyed and wise, and Baby Bear, small and bright as a spring morning. Each carried a basket, berries for breakfast, pine cones for the fire. As they neared the cottage, Papa Bear sniffed the air. "Cinnamon?" he murmured. Mama Bear's brow furrowed. "And porridge. Someone's been here." Baby Bear's voice was small. "Do you think they're still inside?" Papa Bear pushed open the door, and the 3 stepped in. "Someone's been eating my porridge," Papa Bear rumbled. "Someone's been eating mine," Mama Bear added, eyes wide. Baby Bear looked into his empty bowl and gasped. "Someone ate all mine!" They moved into the living room. "Someone's been sitting in my chair," Papa Bear said. "Mine too," Mama Bear sighed. Baby Bear's eyes went round. "And mine's broken." With a growing sense of mystery, they padded up the stairs. "Someone's been sleeping in my bed," Papa Bear said. "Mine too," Mama Bear whispered. And Baby Bear let out a startled squeak. "Someone's still sleeping in mine." Goldilocks stirred at the sound. She blinked, sat up, and saw 3 very surprised, very furry faces staring back at her. Her heart leapt into her throat. "I'm so sorry," she blurted, hands clasped. "I didn't mean to. I thought no one was here. I was just curious." The 3 bears looked at each other. Papa Bear's gaze softened. Mama Bear's mouth curved into a small smile. Baby Bear tilted his head. "You're the one who ate my porridge, huh?" Goldilocks nodded, her cheeks warm. "It was so good, but I should have asked first." Baby Bear gave a tiny shrug. "You're not scary." Goldilocks stepped out of the bed, brushing crumbs from her dress. "And I'm sorry about your chair. I didn't mean to break it. Everything was just so cozy." Mama Bear's voice was gentle. "Curiosity is a gift, little one, but it comes with the responsibility to be respectful." Papa Bear nodded. "And to make things right when we've done wrong." Goldilocks swallowed and looked up at them. "I truly am sorry. I'll help fix what I broke." The bears exchanged a look, then smiled. "How about," Mama Bear suggested, "we start with making more porridge, together?" Goldilocks blinked. "Really?" "Sure," said Baby Bear with a grin, "but you have to stir." And so they did. That afternoon, the little cottage brimmed with laughter. They cooked fresh porridge, patched Baby Bear's chair with twine and glue, and painted a new sign for the door. "Please knock first." From then on, Goldilocks never visited without an invitation, and her curiosity turned toward learning new things, sharing meals, and exploring kindly. The forest still remembers the girl with the golden hair and the 3 kind bears who turned an awkward mistake into a warm friendship. And if you ever wander deep enough into those woods, you might just catch the scent of cinnamon on the breeze and hear the gentle hum of voices through a blue-shuttered window, where the porridge is always warm, the chairs are sturdy, and kindness lives in every corner. If this story made you smile or warmed your heart, like, comment, and subscribe for more magical tales, and don't forget to tap the bell so you're always invited back to the forest for the next adventure.